My friends, you bow to no one. Alright, everybody. Welcome to the final review of The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. That's the third and final movie. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King is the third and final Lord of the Rings movie. Since I saw it at the drive-in, I've now saw all three. So Lord of the Rings, Return of the King takes where we left off after Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. And Frodo and Sam and Gollum try to destroy the ring while Pippin and his other friend try to go like stop Sauron's army that like literally destroyed the world. And that's really all I gotta say. So here's what I gotta say of Lord of the Rings. Like, I know usually by the first two, those two were on for 2 hours, but the third one has been mind-blowing for the whole epic finale. The third one is the best out of the trilogy. The third one is my favorite. And the whole score is so amazing, like even more awesome than the first one, even more awesome than the second. And the pacing was more awesome, and I didn't even care about the pacing. I was like literally on the edge of my seat. Like even if I was in a car. Like even I was still even on the edge of my seat. And this like still had pulse ratings blowing up. The screenplay is just so good. The costume designs were so good. Great makeup and hairstyling, great production design. The action sequences was just off the charts. Literally. The action sequences was literally off the charts. And it's also a very, very sad movie. And like every cinematography shot they had, like this had it all. Like this movie literally had it all. I mean, there's going to probably be plenty of movies that'll be like Return of the King, like Braveheart for an example, but I can't think of anything else. I mean, Braveheart was also amazing. Like, Braveheart is a really great movie. Don't ignore him. So, that's literally that, and Peter Jackson just, like, took the directing to a whole nother level. Like, he literally did. And I'm like, literally, was like really paying attention to film, like go close to the screen. It's like every time when you see an action scene, it's like you really want to hear like the sound design. Like this is something that will take the whole level of cinema. Like you want to hear the explosions, the action. That's how people love to go to movie theaters. Like to hear the sound, to hear the screams, to feel the sadness and the depression. The televisions really don't do anything. Like at its best. And basically, you also would love to go to theaters with the big crowd. This is how it's something with Lord of the Rings Return of the King that didn't go to streaming service, which I know this came in 2003. I'm just like saying, if you wanted to see this for a re-release, like if it's at a drive-in near you for a marathon, I mean, you gotta see Return of the King in the theaters. Like, this is something you mean the real thing for, like, IMAX. Like, this would be the real thing for, RPX. This would be the real thing for D-Box. Like, it's a real thing to watch of a 4-hour movie to see in theaters. Like, watching it on DVD or Blu-ray or 4K would be useless. So, that's how I gotta say with movies that are, mine state is still shut down. Like, this is the reason why movie theaters are the real thing for the whole wide world. So, So here's what I say of Lord of the Rings Return of the King. It is mind-blowing. It is epic. It is awesome out of every single level. It is sad and depressing. It is heartfelt, breathtaking. The best Lord of the Rings movie ever, and the best Peter Jackson film. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, gets a 10 out of 10 and an A+. Alright, so that is all I got, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.